welcome to the first ever episode of PBA Q&A. I'm your host, Colie Edison, the CEO of the PBA, and this is a brand new weekly show where we're going to be speaking to the biggest stars in bowling, asking all the really important questions, and finding out awesome stuff for you, the fans at home. With me today is our first guest. You might know him as the two-handed wonder from Down Under, the 24-time tour champ. We've got Belmo himself, Jason Belmonte. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, Colie, for having me. I'm very much looking forward to this.
Awesome. Well, Jason and I spoke earlier this week, and now I'm going to turn the tables on him and ask him a bunch of questions today. First of all, Jason, how are you doing down there? Tell us what the situation is.
Yeah, it's weird. You know, Kimberly, the kids and I, we're really following the government recommendations. That's self-isolating, not going anywhere unless it's for essentials. Kimberly's a nurse at the hospital, so she's traveling to and from work, and that is it. We aren't seeing family members, you're not seeing friends. It's been actually a bit tough for me because I left Australia in early January, and when we got home as a family, our government said it's straight 14 days self-isolation. So since January, I haven't been able to give my mum a hug or my niece and nephew a cuddle, and it's been a very tough time. But we understand that for this to end faster, these are the measures that we as a community should be taking, and we want to follow those measures. And I want to get back to normality as quickly as possible. So it's not easy, but we're doing what we can, and we're having a lot of fun here at home. It's surprising how little energy I really do have, because the kids can go from 7 a.m. till like 9:30 p.m. nonstop every single day, and there's no room to really go and get away from them. So it's like I'm learning a lot about my energy levels.
Yeah, let me teach you about hiding in the bathroom. It works really well.
That doesn't stop. They knock. They yell. They slide notes under the door if you're trying to get your fun.
Well, Jason, today is all about just having fun. We want to give the PBA fans some of the action they've been missing. And while we won't be bowling today, let's talk about bowling. Let's get our minds in a really fun place. So first of all, thank you for being our first guest, for being our guinea pig. The first segment we're going to do is called Rapid Fire. So I'm going to ask you a bunch of rapid fire questions, and you're going to answer them as best you can. And I think it's going to give the fans a little bit of insight into the mind of Jason Belmonte.
Okay, that's a pretty scary place, but all right.
All right. What is your favorite oil pattern?
Ooh, any oil pattern after the US Open. Yeah, that US
Open. That's a US Open winner, though.
Yes, but it's still really, really difficult. So I always say my favorite one is the one after the Open. After I've just spent 56 games banging my head against the wall, I want to play on that next one, that very next one.
That is fair. All right, where is your favorite place in the world to bowl?
Ooh, okay, rapid fire. There's three really quick answers. One, I love playing here in Orange, in my hometown where I was born. Competitively, I love to play in Sweden. It's a really unique environment. The people are awesome. And for travel, I love Japan because I love their food. The people are amazing. The culture is incredible. Their history, the art, all of those things. So those are my three favorite places to bowl in the world.
Awesome. What's your favorite bowling ball?
I love my spare ball because I take it everywhere I go. It has my logo in it. It was the first ball that I ever had a logo of mine inside a bowling ball. So that for spares for sure. For strike ball, maybe the High Road. I've used it for more than a decade. It's helped me win or get to so many shows. So those are my two favorites.
All right. And I'm only going to ask you this question. Favorite sneaker?
Well, I love my Yeezys. Okay, I'm really loving my Yeezys. So I'm probably going to say the one that I wear most is my Yeezy 380 Aliens. There you go. But I've got my eye on a few off-white Nike off-whites coming up. So
Now I know where all the PBA prize fund money is going. It's going to the Yeezys.
Yeah, Kimberly says the same thing. She sees 1, 2, 3 pairs, and now there's like 12 pairs in there. She's like, hey, what's going on here? Do I need to be worried? Are we going to go broke? You buying shoes? I'm like,
all right, my last rapid fire question is, you've won a boatload of PBA titles. What is the favorite tournament that you've ever won?
Wow. I mean, the US Open was the one that sealed the deal for the Triple Crown, Grand Slam, Super Slam. But I would have to say this last World Championship, where there were 4 individuals that made the trip from Australia to come and watch me compete. The circumstances were wild. We almost didn't hold the World Championship, so to have my family watch a live event, watch me win a major championship, that's going to be my favorite moment for a really, really long time.
That's awesome. Thank you, Jason. We've gotten to know you a little bit better. So we're going to move on from our rapid fire questions to a segment we call Plead the Fifth Frame.
Okay.
So in this section, you have the option to plead the fifth frame if you don't want to answer the question. But I think that you will. So we're going to just have a little bit of fun with these. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Do American accents annoy you?
I'll be ballsy enough to say, I'll answer this. All right. Yes and no. There are parts of the US that drive me crazy. They're really hard for me to engage in conversation because it's hard for me to listen to. Where I will plead the fifth frame is answering your follow-up question of what parts of the US are uncomfortable for you to listen to.
Smart move. Smart move. Smart man over there. Tell us the craziest PBA fan experience you've ever had.
Ooh,
Have you ever had any like crazy freakouts from a fan or anything?
Okay. And this is, I have witnesses to this one, so I know that you'll know that I'm not lying because you can ask these witnesses. Andres Gomez in particular was standing right next to me when this happened. So Andres Gomez would always, and still does, he teases me. He's like, man, you know, the fans, they literally go crazy around you. Like it's quite weird. And I said, yeah, I mean, it's quite flattering, to be honest. And we were talking, I said, you know, I can't even make this up, Colie. I said, listen, Andres, sometimes the girls just faint when they come near me, as a joke, right? Not less than 10 minutes goes by, and I mean, it's fair enough to say she was of the senior variety of women, but still, okay, still it counts.
This is Belmo taking credit for a senior citizen fainting near him.
So she puts her arm around me and she's like, I've wanted to do that for so long, you have no idea. And then she starts to like wobble a little bit and then she faints. And we catch her. She doesn't fall over. Like she's holding on to me and she starts to faint. And Andres looks and he says, well, you weren't lying. You do make women faint, but they're old women, but still you can faint. So she was all right in the end. It was a very embarrassing moment for her and for me, but we got through it and she was fine.
That is good. That is good. All right. Who was the last person you texted with on the PBA Tour?
Ooh, on the PBA Tour? I'll tell you. Well, it's hard. I have a group chat with a bunch of guys. So,
all right, we'll take the group chat info. Okay,
so the group chat, well, there's 2. And I guess the last chat was what we call ourselves the Wolf Pack, I guess. That's the name of the group. It's Mike Fagan, PJ Haggerty, William O'Neill, and Tony Lacaze is in that group. So those are the last 4 guys from the PBA Tour.
All right. You can choose to plead the fifth frame again on this one. Who is the messiest bowler on the tour?
The messiest?
Like they leave their stuff everywhere in the concourse, on the approach. They're just like, you don't want to be around them.
Okay, let me think. There are a couple of guys that I'm trying to remember exactly which ones do it. But there are a couple of guys that like to use a lot of rosin. Mm. And every time I go to their pair, there's rosin everywhere. I'll answer it. I'm not afraid of these boys. I just don't remember who they are. Oh my gosh. who uses a lot of rosin?
Maybe they know who they are.
They know who they are for sure, because I usually say something to them. I go, yo, let's go. I can't sit down in my spot. You've got your rosin all over the place. I'll come back to that. I won't plead the fifth, but I just can't remember it. And if I do, I'll let you know.
All right, here's my last one. It's the final match in a major tournament. Who do you want to go up against? Bill O'Neill or Norm Duke?
Ooh. Norm is my idol. Billy's my best mate on tour. So, you know, oh, wow. I mean, it would be real fun to beat Bill, because then, well, I could tease him about it for a long time there afterwards. But to beat Norm for a title, a major title, and my idol, I grew up, I'm going to say Norm Duke. He's my idol. I love the guy. One of the greatest to ever throw the ball down the lane, and the opportunity to bowl against him in a major championship title would be incredible. Plus, you know, and that's no disrespect to Bill's ability. I mean, Billy, I think he's beaten me more on television than I've beat him now, Bill, after our last visit. So that's annoying me. I've got to get the wood back on him. So that's not against Bill's skill level. It's more of the fact of a personal connection with Norm and how I feel about him over my entire life.
All right. So there you have it. Belmo did not plead the fifth frame on any of our questions.
One time. I pleaded the fifth on answering
where
the accents were from.
That's right. That's a smart move, again. All right. So here is the final round. This is PBA Trivia Challenge. You're going to have 1 minute to answer as many of these questions correctly as possible.
Okay. Can I pass?
You can pass. Yeah, you can pass. Okay. We don't have that many questions, so
we might be.
Please don't ask too many. We might come back to them. All right. I'm going to get the timer ready. All right. The clock will start when I finish asking the first question. When did the PBA start using named oil patterns? 1994, 1999, or 2002?
Named oil patterns. Named oil patterns. It was a long time ago. It was before.
Again, a timed contest.
Oh, you're gonna 1994.
Wrong. 2002. What must a bowler score in a game to be considered par?
200.
That's right. What is it called when 3 pins are left on one side of the lane and
Split.
2 on the other side?
Split.
We need more of the official name for it.
Greek Church.
That's right. Where was the PBA founded?
Oh, Chicago.
Akron, Ohio. When was the first?
We didn't follow the tournament there. How did I forget that? Okay, go.
When was the first 300 game rolled in a televised PBA event?
Where it was in Dallas?
Time is up. The answer was 1967.
Oh, you said where? I didn't realize there was a time.
When?
When? Oh, sorry. 1967. All
right, you got 2 right. So, I mean, and you're the first person to play this game, so you are the champ. You are the undefeated champ yet again.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, geez. Tell you what, I forgot about that 1 minute thing. I would be terrible on a game show for real life because...
you're lucky I'm not Steve Harvey, and this is not Family Feud.
Thank God. I know. I'd be terrible. I really would.
All right. Well, that does it for our first ever PBA Q&A. Thank you so much for being our first victim. It was great to talk to you today. We loved having you. We look forward to being on the lane soon. Just a reminder to all our fans at home, continue to show us how you #BowlAtHome by sending us your videos and your pictures. We want to give a big thank you to everybody on the front lines. We thank all of our healthcare workers and everybody who are allowing us to stay at home so that you guys can take care of everybody. Wishing everybody a safe and happy time at home. Jason, again, thank you so much for being on the show.
More than welcome. Thank you for having me, and looking forward to watching the next one.
All right, talk soon. Take care, everybody.